Hi, everyone, and welcome Munindra to this call. Uh, and Thanks a lot for your time, first of all, and congratulations, uh, a formal congratulations to you for amazing, mind-blowing results. Clearing to Creme de la Creme College, that is ISP, and I'm Calcutta. So, just for everyone else who are attending this call, can you just give a brief introduction of yours with respect to
Uh,
where are you from, what is the profile?
yes, I'm from Nagpur, Maharashtra. Did my chemical engineering from IIT-BHU. After completing my graduation, I joined Indian Corporation after giving GATE, and then I started to think about what exactly I want to do, from where exactly I want to do an MBA. So I gave GATE exam, GMAT exam, and then yeah, I scored a really good score, and then I applied for ISB, and here I am.
Okay. So, Munindra, one thing is very, very important in your journey that you were a reapplicant. So, can you briefly mention what exactly did you do last year? I mean, where all did you apply with what score?
Okay. Last year in November, I got my score 700, and I applied to ISB round two, and for IMA, I applied for round three. Uh, I didn't really know at that moment of time what exactly is needed to be done for an application. There were certain limitations to my profile that I didn't really understand what exactly the importance of awards and achievements, extracurriculars, the communication and articulation of ideas. These kind of skills are uh, very important for an application. So I didn't really know at that moment of times, and still I applied. Then later I came to know that okay, these are the things the admissions committee look after. You have to be pretty much confident on what exactly you're writing in your essays, what exactly you're writing in your awards and achievements, the roles and responsibilities in your office. These kind of stuff are very important, and you have to take care of those stuff. And then later, of course, your GMAT score, your essays are very important. So these are the things that I didn't know when I applied first time, and then later when I applied for second time, I knew exactly where I was lagging, and I
So,
took care of
did
it.
you were you invited for ISB interview last time?
Yes, I was invited for ISB and also for IMA. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, what all things you did differently when you applied this year?
Uh, First thing was that I thought that 700 score was not that good. Secondly, I also knew that my communication and articulation were not up to the mark. You are giving an interview, so you have to understand that the interviewer are also looking how well you communicate your ideas, how well you articulate your ideas. So these were the two things that I really uh, applied myself and improved a lot. And then later I also knew that while filling up the applications, you have to understand that they want to know you, they don't want to know what exactly they already know about their own school. So you have to use the words very carefully and showcase yourself and portray yourself better. So these are the things that I came to know after applying for the first time.
Right. So, like you applied to almost all the schools you're eligible to, right? I mean, all the
Yes,
top
yes.
schools, ISP, IMA, BC. So, before I open this, I open it to open the session to the questions from other people, I really want you to tell everyone what is the difference between ISB versus IMs with respect to application, with respect to their interview, because this is where most of the people falter. They intend to prepare in a certain way, which might work for one school, but
Yeah,
might
yeah.
not work at all for the other schools.
Okay. The difference between IAMS and ISB is mostly the work experience. For ISB, you have a limit of 2 years of experience. You minimum have to have 2 years of experience. For IMA is four. For BNC, I think it's 5 years. Secondly, the interview panelist, the difference is huge. The in ISB, alumni are taking your interviews, but in IAMS, the professors are taking your interview. There is a huge difference in that. Thirdly, while alumni are only looking for your own qualities and what exactly your profile is, but for IIMs they also want to know the general knowledge side of things.
Hmm.
That politics you have to know what exactly is happening in your own domain, and plus there is some honor. I can say that the ego. I shouldn't use that word, but there is some ego among professors. They want to. They want you to tell them that this is the school that I want to go, and they want to feel superior about themselves. So this is what I came to the differences. For ISB, the alumni want to know your own strength. What are your strengths? They don't want to look at your weaknesses. They want to enhance your strength, and they want to know exactly you. So that was the main difference. They don't want you to know what is the political sides of country. Of course you have to know the domain knowledge. You do have to have that domain knowledge and what exactly is happening in your own industry. That's it, not about the general knowledge of things. So this is what I think the difference is. Fourthly, yes, there is some difference between what exactly is going to happen in your interview. For ISB interview, you only have the interviews, but for IMA, it is a different thing. For IMB, it is a different thing. For IM Calcutta, also it is a lot different. There are minor tweaks here and there also there, but that are manageable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, my last question from you before I open the session to others, that what all did you do with respect to application, and then what all did you do with respect to your interview preparation? Can you please describe in detail so that it helps others?
Okay. I got my score in August, so I had about 20 to 25 days for my ISB application round one. I already knew Faith Career. I don't really know from where I exactly came to know about Faith Career, but I joined your group and I knew that this person is the perfect match for me. You have to have perfect collaboration between admission consultant and that particular applicant. So I knew that I wanted some honest opinion from someone. I don't want sugar coating of my own problems or something like that. I want the honest opinion from someone, and I knew that Fit Career would provide me that. So I worked with you. Then I also came to know about Tanmay and the kind of thing that he taught me during my interview preps were very vital for me. uh, for application part, I believe that you have to show yourself in your own application. You don't have to be saint. You have to be pretty much yourself and showcase what exactly you have done in your profile, and use your words very carefully. You have only 400 or 500 words in a particular essay,
Yeah.
and use those words very carefully. Those words, you may think that these are enough words, but trust me, those are not enough words. You certainly want more words. You want to showcase as much of yourself in your essays.
Right. Uh, Thanks a lot, Munindra, for sharing your experiences. So, Reet is asking how many years of experience you had.
Okay, I have 7.5 years of experience in Indira Corporation, and I have been with a single company only from right after my graduation.
Right. So, guys, I have given the access to all of you to unmute and ask the questions if you want to. Please, this is a great opportunity to ask questions because it's just 1 month left for all the admits to go to ISP, IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, wherever they're going. And there is no way you'll be able to reach out to them after that. No one is going to reply you for at least next 6 months. It's going to be hell of a ride. Trust me, they are going to be very, very busy. So if you have any questions, you can ask them here. Uh, Dhanush, you will be able to. You can do it now.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Uh, Munindra, good morning. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you very much.
My question to you was regarding reapplication because you said you've been in the firm for 7.5 years.
Hmm.
And you probably had, since you are applied in round two the first time, you probably had 6 to 8 months to show growth, right? Like what uh, aspects did you look at to show growth in those few months?
Okay. Firstly, I improved my GMAT score.
Mhm.
Secondly, I got the feedback from admissions committee in May that my communication and articulation were not proper during my interview. Thirdly, I also prepared for CFA for a brief moment of for a brief period for 2 3 months. I prepared for CFA. So these are the three things that I did. Okay. Lastly, I also took over the responsibility, some extra responsibility at my office. There was some particular project that was happening in Inalor Corporation. I wanted to be a part of it. Mostly, I wanted to show that I was a part of it in my reapplicant essay. But yes, I took extra responsibility at my office. So these are the four things that I did exactly during that 6 to 7 months of period.
Got it. So like both professional and personal growth.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, Reet, you can unmute yourself now. I have given the access.
Hi, sir. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Sir, how did you started like preparing for GMAT?
Okay. Mm, since I am an engineer, so my concept was taken care of already. I gave some diagnostic mock, and I knew that I don't really need much help in quant, but for verbal, of course, I needed some help. So wait a second. Okay. Uh, so for that, I went to GMAT Club. One of my friends at Inner Corporation also joined ISB, and he told me that you can go to sites like GMAT Club. In that, you can access whatever the data you want, and you can also look after the courses that are available. I especially took eGMAT because I knew that for verbal, eGMAT was the best according to the reviews and according to the rating that they got at GMAT Club. So I went with that, and I totally devoted myself. Whatever they are saying, I'm going to do it, and this is what I exactly did. And I got 670 in my first attempt, 700 in my second, and in the end I got 730.
So,
I totally dependent.
I wanted to ask one thing, Munindra,
Yeah.
to improve your score from 700 to 730. What did you do? Because 700 is kind of easy to get for most of the people. Increasing the score to 730, 740, 750 is where most people face a lot of challenge. So, I want you to highlight what exactly did you do to push your score from 700 to 730.
Okay. Uh, First you have to understand, yeah, if you already have a 700 means approximately V35 you already have scored. So after that you need some kind of push towards whatever exactly you're lagging behind. uh, I thought that I was very good in critical reasoning, but looking at the scores and looking at the mocks, I came to know that I'm very much confident in CR, but I'm not scoring that much. So I took specially care of that particular CR section. I practiced a lot of questions from verbal OG and the verbal review. Those questions are gold mine. Please don't waste those questions. You have to be pretty much sure what exactly you are doing. Uh, if you are if you are just wasting those questions away, then that is not going to help you. You have to be very much aware what exactly you are doing. There are limited number of questions in OG, and those are like, what can I say, the most important thing of your GMAT preparation. So use them wisely.
Thanks, Munindra.
Um,
That was really helpful. Any
yes,
other?
Can I
yes,
add one more thing?
Yeah, yeah, please, please.
Most of the people that I know, they don't really know about OG Advance. OG Advance is another book where you have 700, I think 750 plus questions are 700, 750 plus level questions are there.
I think the book is called
Yeah.
Advanced GMAT.
Okay. Advanced GMAT. Yeah.
Advanced GMAT questions or something like that.
Yeah.
The
Those.
PDF is already posted in the group.
Yes. That book is really good, but use it in the like 15 to 20 days before you are giving your actual GMAT. Don't use it before that. Uh, those questions are very difficult, and trust me, if you are scoring more than 730 or 740, the I'm talking about classic version. If you are in focus version, if you are scoring above 675, 685, then those are the type of question that you will be seeing in your real exam. So be aware of that. And while preparing, I used to get only 4 to 5 questions out of 10 questions. 40 to 50% was my accuracy. So those questions are really good. You have to solve those questions very wisely, and you have to take time during solving those questions.
Thank you, Munindra. Any other questions from?
One more doubt I had, sir. Sir,
Please.
I have 2 years of work experience. So would that be any problem for GMAT? Like 2 years is less or something?
Read, GMAT has nothing to do with your work ex. What do you mean? Can you rephrase your question?
No, I mean, like top colleges abroad India also ask for more work ex, right?
No, it depends which program you're applying to.
Okay, the MBA program. I mean, I will be taking MBA in HR field.
Read, this is kind of out of scope for this call. You need to
Okay,
talk
okay,
to
sir.
Tanmay if you want to,
Okay, sir. Okay.
apply abroad, right? If you have anything, because if you have 2 years of work ex, then you're not eligible for 1 year MBA in IMs. You're only eligible for 1 year MBA at ISP in India, and for 2 year MBA with GMAT, you are eligible to apply to SPJAM and BITSOM.
Okay, okay.
These are your options in India. For any colleges abroad, you can talk to Tanmay.
Okay,
Right?
sir.
Yeah. Any other question, guys?
Yeah, hi Anshul, Rahul this side.
Hi, Rahul.
Yeah. So Munindra, first of all, very congratulations on your admit,
Thank you.
and I hope you have a very rewarding journey and fulfilling experience at ISB.
Thank you.
So from the interview perspective, I just wanted to know your insights, like as a 7.5 years of experience candidate, how much it was challenging and what kind of uh, areas that you were asked during the interview, maybe on the professional as well as on the personal fronts. So this can give some insights to the peer audience as well, so that they can have some understanding how they should be aligned for the interview preparation as well. So yeah, that's what my question precisely. Thank you.
So if someone has an experience of more than 6 years, 7 years, so of course you must be very much confident what exactly your industry, what exactly is happening in your own industry and in your own domain. So interviewers expect you to know exactly what exactly you have done. And secondly, I believe that during your interview they only want to know yourself what exactly you have done in your work experience, or related to what you have done throughout your life also. So if you have more than 7.5 years of experience, or 7 year, if you have experience is on the higher side, so of course they want to know much more about your professional journey. And you have to be very much fluent, and you have to articulate your communicate your ideas very much confidently and fluently. And for that, I believe practice is very much important. So of course, yeah, if you have more experience, you have to be very much confident what exactly is happening in your industry. So that's it, not much else you have to do.
Okay, okay, yeah, thank you. This really answers my question. Thank you.
Thanks, Rahul. Anyone else?
Yes, Anshul, I have a question.
Hi, Rajat.
Hi Rajat.
Uh, Hello, Munin. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yes, so one question I have regarding the reapplicant, like, I'm also reapplying. So, did you face any question related to reapplicant directly or indirectly during interview where they ask what went wrong in like last cycle and what did you improve? Any direct or indirect question related to reapplicant that I can work
uh,
on?
yes, during my ISB interview there was not even a single question about my reapplication. For my IIM Ahmedabad interview, they did ask me what exactly happened and what went wrong. This was that was the real wording, the exact wording they asked me right after I came into the interview room. So what exactly you can do is, of course, you have to write you have to write an extra essay, the reapplicant essay, and in that you have to show what exactly you have done differently. Maybe you can show that you have taken some extra projects or extra responsibilities at your workplace, or maybe you can show that you have worked on yourself and improving yourself. So these are the things I believe would be enough. And for ISB per se, I don't really think you have to work that much to show. If you already I know that you have a score of about 730, and you don't really need to improve on that. You just have to show that yes, I have worked on myself and I have taken extra responsibility at my workplace. So nothing else. I believe Anshul may add something for that.
Yeah, so Munindra, for ISP, it actually depends on the alum and the panel that you have got. Generally, uh, they will not really ask directly what went wrong with your last application, uh, but they would want to know what you have done since you applied the last time. That would be more interesting to them. And for Rajat and for all the reapplicants who are present here, the reapplicant essay, there is will be a reapplicant essay for ISP. Use it properly. I mean, write it in the best way possible so that when they ask you what all did you do since last application, just narrate what you have already mentioned and maybe add some more points. I mean, elaborate on the points. Reapplicant essay is very important, very, very important. And ISP doesn't provide you a lot of words to write it. IMA provides you another 500 words to write it if you want to, but ISP does not. So be very, very careful. I remember Munin's uh, reapplicant essay where we tried to make it very holistic. Like we wanted to show that, okay, not only he got some new projects at work, he has also working on himself, on his soft skills, on things outside his work to just make it more holistic. To show that he had holistic development after his last application. So use it very carefully, the reapplicant essay. And one more thing, I have mentioned it so many times in the group, being a reapplicant is not a disadvantage, at least not for Indian schools. I mean, look at our highest scholarship, the person who got the highest scholarship in the group, Vishwas, he's a reapplicant. Imagine ISB last year rejected him, and this year they are saying, please come and take 75% scholarship. Just last two, within a period of 5, 6 months, because last year he was a R2 applicant and this year he was an R1 applicant. So please do not worry if you're a reapplicant, not at all.
I think it is an advantage for a reapplicant
Yeah, in a
because
way, it is an advantage. Even I am
yeah.
thinking now that it's an advantage if you know how to work it out in your favor.
Great, great. Thanks, Anshul. Thanks, Muni. I have one more question
Yeah, yeah.
regarding the career goal part. So, like, if I'm working on some career goal and I don't have exact clarity, but like I mentioned that career goal, so how can I like prepare for the career goal that I mentioned? Suppose I mentioned I want to go in uh, strategy consulting with focus on operations and supply chain. So, what would you suggest me to like prepare the interview stories around that future goal? How can I like what kind of research I can take with me during a for interview to clearly articulate that like where I want to go and this is my short term and long term goal and this much research I've done. So that thing I want to know. I hope my question is clear.
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah.
I believe that you have to understand what kind of skills that you need for a consultant role or for any kind of role that you are looking after your ISB or any other college. You have to show that you have research enough that you know these are the skills that are for that particular role is needed and are needed, and these are the skills that already have. So you have to compress that gap as much as possible. Of course, ISB is going to help you, but in the meantime, since you are a reapplicant, you have to also show them that you have worked toward that particular goal. It is not that you are just aiming for ISB. it is that you are aiming for that particular role in the future. So you can work towards gaining those particular skills, and this is what you have to showcase in your application or in your interview also. So I believe that, yeah, those skills and you're working toward that skill, gaining those particular skill set is very important, and this is what you have to showcase. Hello.
Great, great. Thanks, Munindra. That was all from question that I have. And all the best and let's stay connected.
Sure.
Monendra, one question. Interesting question. How faith career did help you to prepare for the interviews?
uh, for the interviews only, right?
Like for your application process, maybe on a holistic view.
Okay.
So how faith career did help you? Yeah.
Faith career helped me a lot. I'm saying this, I think it is less what I exactly they helped me a lot. I mean to say that whatever I'm going to speak, it would be lesser because they help me a lot in such a way that I can really describe it in words. Firstly, for the essay part and the application part, Anshul helped me a lot. I know the first time that I put my first draft of essays, he told me that what is this? ये क्या बचकानी चीज है, थोड़ा improve करो इसको. This is the exactly words. So I liked it a lot because he was very honest about it, what exactly I was doing. If someone is honest to you, I believe that that way I will be able to improve myself much better. Last year I also worked with a consultant, but there was always a sugar coating of ideas, so you don't really understand what exactly you need to do. For faith career, I believe that being honest what where exactly you stand and what exactly is needed to be done is very vital for an admission consultant to tell you that. Anshul told me that you should do this, you should do that, add this story is not good enough, bring something else, these kind of stuff. And whenever I messaged him on WhatsApp, I got a immediate reply. I knew that I sent about 400 to 500 words of essay to him, and in within 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes, he called me back and told me that these are the things that I like, and these are the things that you have to remove it and think of something else. So this kind of involvement was there from Anshul's, and I trust me, his honesty was like the best, was best for me. He was very uh, blunt about it, uh, but I liked it a lot because I knew that yes, this is my drawback, and this is where I exactly I have to work. For the interview part, I knew that 3 4 marks mocks are not enough for me. I have to improve myself, so I just message on the group that my communication and articulation are not are not enough for me to crack my interview. So I need some extra help. So Tanmay messaged on that group only that you can take help from me, and I within 2 3 minutes I messaged him, and he told me that this is the thing that we are going to do, and you have to do this and that. So those sessions were very helpful. I took about 30 hours of coaching from him, more than 30 hours of coaching from him. Before ISB, I almost took 20 hours of coaching from Tanmay, and that really helped me a lot. There are so many stories that I didn't write in my essays, but they were in my brain. Like if I am telling a story to someone, so that particular picture was what can I say? That particular thing was happening in front of my eyes while I was speaking. So that much of practice was already there. So what can I say? Faith career was like an angel to me, and that they really both Anshul and Tanmay helped me a lot. And what can I say? I'm very much thankful to them that they helped me to reach this goal.
Uh, Thanks a lot, Munindra, for your kind words. But I also would want to highlight Munin's uh, hard work was the, you know, I mean, I am at a loss of words, which doesn't really happen. You know how much I speak, but you have seen like 23 people have gotten admits only at ISB, and there are so many at IMA, B, and C if you add and all. But I have not seen anyone who has pushed himself so hard. Like after the application and everything, he had already taken around 7 to 8 mocks, but he still kept working with Tanmay. I remember the day he got a reject from IIM Ahmedabad. The same night, he was still working with Tanmay because his, I think ISB interview was still remaining, right? After getting
Yes, yes,
reject
yes.
from ISB. So he kept working till one day before ISB, and we had already wrapped from the mock's point of view. We had wrapped ISB pretty well. That he had taken his
I
fair share
worked with him on the day of my interview also
on the
for
day
half
of
an hour
his interview as well.
also.
Like,
Yes.
even though your designated number of mocks were over, and I told him that, okay, now I think you are ready, even though I am not giving you very high marks in terms of your readiness, but right now I don't think you can improve with respect to mock, not with respect to your communication. With respect to mock, this is what you can, I think you have reached at this stage. But he was still continuous with Anmay. Uh, and I have not seen anyone, when I say anyone, I literally mean it. I have not seen anyone pushing himself so hard. And it's not rocket science, guys. You're not trying and solving a complex equation or problem. You work hard, you get the result sooner or later, right? And see, application preparation is very much standardized with me, but interview is something you need to decide where exactly do you belong, where do you exactly stand, and accordingly take that much of help. Munindra had taken 7 to 8 mocks in total. He has 2 admits. Syed, you all are meeting Syed today's evening. He also took 8 mocks. He kept taking mocks even for I am Cody Code. I told him, I think you're ready. You don't need. He's like, no, let me take a mock before I go. And he has cracked I am Ahmedabad, ISP, I am Calcutta, I am Cody Code. Then there was this guy called Pujan. He just took 2 mocks with me, and he had already worked in very marquee companies like Misho and all. His communication was on point. In the first mock only, I did not have very strong feedback to give him. I thought he was ready, but because he had signed up for 2 mocks, so I really made it very difficult for the second mock. I searched for the newspaper articles on Misho, and I started asking questions around him. And he had written it in my testimonial that I'm glad that Anshul made it very difficult, because those kind of questions were asked. Some unusual questions were asked to me during actual interview. So I'm telling you that you need to decide, take the first mock immediately, so that you'll know where do you stand, and then you calibrate. Some people have taken only 2 mocks and they were able to crack, and some people have taken a lot. But yeah, if you do not know what you need and you under prepare, that is a recipe for disaster. Because application preparation is standardized, I will help everyone equally. But interview, though I have made a standard plan of 4 mocks, which can be too much for someone, but it can still be too less for a few people. So please be very cognizant about your own abilities with respect to interview, so that you do not under prepare or even over prepare. Over preparation is also not necessary at times. There's another guy in round 2. His name is Ayush. He's going to ISB. He also took 2 mocks and he was pretty sure. He's like, I'll be able to do it. I feel I'm ready. And I also said, yeah, I didn't try to push him. By the time it was his second mock, I was kind of happy, and he easily got in. So please, no under preparation. I mean, no over preparation, but definitely no under preparation is what I would want to tell you about mocks. Okay, but great kind of. This was a great conversation, and we still have a lot of time. So please, guys, if you have any other queries, please ask.
Oh, hi, Munindra. First of all, many congratulations for getting in. And I wanted to ask, so you mentioned that when you had reapplied, you worked on a couple of things. One was that you prepared for CFA for 2, 3 months. And I'm guessing that you did not give the exam, you just prepared for it.
Yeah.
So, and given that you don't come from finance background, so firstly, what was the reason for choosing that? And secondly, how did you use that skill set or knowledge exactly in your reapplication or in the interview process?
Okay, CFA was not for my application for ISB or IIMS. It was only if I get a chance into after getting an admit. I believe that there is certain commonality between among engineers is that you will struggle in your finance related subjects. So this is the feedback that I got from most of the alumni, and I wanted to work towards that particular thing, because if you get into an MBA and you're struggling with the basic concept of finances or anything like that, then it would be very difficult for you to uh, get to a goal that you are think yeah, that you want to achieve after ISB or after IIMS. So I didn't really use this CFA preparation in my application or into my interviews. uh, so that was the only motive behind why I prepared for CFA, and there was a gap of about 6 months. So I utilized that 2-3 months for my CFA, and other 3.5 months or 4 months utilized to improve my communication skills, and I also work towards how what exactly the consultants are doing, since my long term goal is to short term goal after ISB is to become a consultant. So I also talked to many consultants from industry, and I wanted to know what exactly their day to day life is. And my brother is also a consultant, so I had a very close interaction with him. Of course, I have a very close interaction with him, and I know exactly what consultants are doing. So this is how I utilized those 5-6 months. And yes, I didn't really use CFA for getting an admit into ISB. After ISB, what I'm going to do for that, I only studied for CFA.
All right. Got it. Thank you so much. And one another question, I think we've already covered it, but if you could give more insight. So you also mentioned that you also worked upon articulating your thoughts in a better way
Yes.
and improving your communication skills. So obviously, all the mocks and extra uh, training that you got from Tanmay, what
Mhm.
exactly did you work upon by yourself to make sure that okay, you're able to communicate your thoughts in a precise and better way?
Okay. I don't have a habit of studying any article or any kind of book. So reading as much as possible, and also listening to the podcast. You have to understand what exactly the pronunciation of some words are there. So I believe that listening to podcasts and at the same time studying as much as possible uh, is very important. And secondly, I also joined Toastmasters International at Vadodara. In that, almost every week we went there and we spoke as much as possible on a particular topic. And in the end, the experts over there told me that this is how exactly you can improve your skills, and this is exactly you have to think about while you're speaking. So these are the things that I did to improve my communication and articulation of ideas. I also want to mention that since I work in Indian Oil Corporation, I don't really get much opportunity to speak in English. I work with the
Right.
contractors and supervisors and laborers, so you have to speak with them in Hindi only, and you can't really use English terms or something like that. So working for 7.5 years, not using English as a communication to anyone, so that was a barrier for me. And so that's why I wanted to practice my English speaking skills as much as possible in that medium
Right.
during that time. So yeah, this is what exactly I did.
This has
All
been a
right.
problem with all the PSU people.
Yeah.
Big problem. I have noticed Mayank had the same issue, even though Mayank did not have the same issue as much as yours, because he was also into literature and languages on his own, like as a hobby.
Mhm.
So not Mayank, sorry, but there was a guy called Rajat. He had already graduated. He was from HPCL. He had the same issue. Himanshu, who's from CIL, who is going to IIM Bangalore, he also had
Mhm.
the same problem. But again, guys, no excuses, right? You have a problem, you work hard to solve it. As simple as that.
Yes, of
I
course.
have seen this many PSU people complaining that Angel, the problem why I am not able to communicate better is because I never need to. In fact, I was having this conversation last night with a guy from Delhi Metro. I said I understand, but what to do? and he's very happy with his job. He's in Delhi Metro at a very good pay package. And but he's like, but I never have to use English. I'm in Delhi and I've recently shifted to Mumbai. I cannot use English. No one talks in English here. Even for
Yeah, yeah,
strategic meetings, they use Hindi only. And that's why I never got a habit of speaking fluently in English. And what do? I said, push yourself.
yeah.
If you lack something, then you just go all the way in and try to, you know.
I
And
think the
he's taking it very positively. And for till September, he is taking a lot. He already made a plan to improve his English. So yeah,
I
this is
think the most important thing is you have to understand where exactly you're lagging, your weaknesses. You have to first accept those and then you have to work on those. This is what I believe is going to improve your application or anything. In if you're weak in communication, work on that. If you're weak in something else, work on that particular skill. So first you have to accept it. You can't be like, no, I have a very good communication skills, though you know that you don't really have that much of articulation in your ideas, or you can't really articulate something in English or in any language. So I believe that accepting your weaknesses and accepting your drawbacks is very important, and then working towards that is the way forward.
All right. Thank you so much. And one last question, and maybe Anshul, this might be you could also chip in for this. So I wanted to ask. So everyone has got a lot of different experiences in their lifetime, like a lot of successes and failures, and not everyone has some highlight which they can use. While there are people who got specific highlights, which using that which they drive their application, but that is not the case for everyone. So in that case, how do those guys or applicants work towards their essay and picking up those experiences from their life, because they're not sure this might be helpful or this might not be.
Munindra, first you
uh,
go. This is like more a question for me, but Munindra, if you want to add something, I'd be glad.
uh,
By the
I
way,
think
Munindra
that
didn't have any such highlight in his career,
Mhm.
let me tell you, or in extracurricular life. Not at all. No spikes anywhere.
right. So yeah, Munir, if you could tell,
uh,
how did I mean you go through your
uh, you work you have to really think what exactly you have done throughout your life. If you don't have such spikes, then they don't really come what exactly you are going to write in your essays, so it would be very difficult for you to write something of value or something important if you want to showcase yourself. So yes, it becomes difficult if you don't have really uh, that much of spike in your profile or something related to that. But in the end, you have to just work hard towards your essays, and you have to show whatever you have done, and you have to quantify, or you have to work really hard. What can I say? I don't really have much to add here. Just you have to think as much as possible. You need some time to write your applications, and some people may take about 5 to 10 days. Some may take about 40 days for the applications. So if you don't have that much of spike and something of substance to write in your essays, yes, you need some extra time to write those. That what I can say about it. Anshul, you may add something.
Yeah, so first of all, yes, it's a very good question. And I'm glad you're asking such question because it means that you are thinking in the right direction. You are
right? Thank you.
getting into the applicant zone now, which is very important, right? Second,
Right.
having a spike is, people say that having a spike is necessary for application. I have completely debunked this theory, not by my opinion, but by my result. Like, absolutely. None of my mentees, and when I say none, I mean at least 95%. There are one or two. I
Right.
don't remember any overachiever I've worked with. I work with very normal people. None of them had any spike. I'll give you one example. Okay. There was this guy called Ruchir Saraswat last year. Great score, 740. But when he came to me, I couldn't really see anything in his profile. He has worked as a developer in Standard Chartered Bank and he's like ISB Jana hai. I'm like, what would I write in his application? He's like a typical developer. And then when I started asking some questions and when we started diving, I could see that he had taken small leadership roles, very small, okay? college level and uh, at the uh, at his office, professional level. Like college, he led some committee to clean hostels and something. He was from VIT. He was not even from VIT,
Right.
or he was from VIT Chennai. So education,
Okay.
so no brand name in his profile. And in office also, he had in some committee somewhere, some taken some
Yes.
small initiative, and that was it. We knitted a story that this guy has natural leadership skills. He's the one who can take initiative, who can take charge, and who can lead other people. And that's it. With those two small examples, we knitted a story and we posed him as someone who is, who can take charge, and he will be a great addition to ISP cohort because during his time the topics were different. The topic essay one topic was how will you contribute to peers. So
All
he
right.
that he will be joining the graduate student board, and he will either lead the SLC, that is Student Life Council, or OSC, that is Operation or Sustainability Council. And I was really crossing my fingers and expecting that the interviewers will ask him that what is SLC, what is OSC, and how will you help him. That's exactly what they asked. Of course, he had prepared very well. Thankfully, he lived very near to me, so two of his mock interviews were face to face with me, and we cracked it. So yes, you don't need a spike. You really, as Munin said, think hard, try to find something, some angle, and with the help of that, knit a story, which puts you in a better light with respect to other candidates.
Right. That I mean, that is very insightful, Anshul. Thank you so much for that story.
Munindra also, I remember I think the story that we wanted to put for Munindra was that he has worked on ground and he has solved many small incidental problems in the power plant.
Mhm.
So
Right.
that part of his personality, of his work experience should be highlighted. That he is a problem solver on ground. Munindra, correct me if
Right.
I'm wrong.
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct.
But it's been a while since we wrote your application. I mean, we worked on your application. We don't write anybody's application. Application people write on their own. But this is the story that was kind of common in ISP and IIM Ahmedabad and IIM, other IIMs as well, application. Somewhere you will find, if you think hard, and if you, I mean, not necessary to take help, but I mean, if the person who you're working with, your mentor, should know this trick and technique and, to help you highlight your profile.
Of course. Thank you so much, Anshul and Munindra.
Yeah.
But great questions. I mean, most of the questions in this call were amazing. I'm so glad that we are having these kind of conversations. Anyone else? Guys, you are, even if you are right now very early in a very early phase of your GMAT preparation, it is now high time that you started thinking about application as well. I'm not saying that you start writing, but you start thinking what will you write, what challenges you might face, how to overcome those challenges. So if you have any questions related to application as well, you can ask right now, even though you are too early in your GMAT preparation phase. And if not, I think we will leave Munindra and let him enjoy his weekend. Yeah, Krisha, you can unmute yourself.
Hi. So I don't know if this question is still valid at this point during the journey, but the questions that change every year, do we have the questions for this year?
No, to Krisha, they don't change every year, first of all.
Okay, okay.
It changed last year. Mostly it will not change this year because they did a lot of thinking and all apparently to change the entire application. They didn't change the question. They have almost changed the entire application. So
Okay.
not going to change. Don't worry.
So if we start, we can start thinking from the direction of last year's questions, right?
Yeah, yeah. So for example, last year I started with so many people in April with the older questions.
Oh, okay.
That, and then when the question changed, we started again. See, the kind of work you will do on your application, even with the
Hmm.
older questions, that effort is not going anywhere because
Yeah.
ultimately your profile is your profile. You are the same person. You will still do that brainstorming. You will do And the case where they might change, first of all, they will not.
Of course, yeah.
If they change, this brainstorming is still going to help you eventually in the interview. The
Fair
more
enough.
and more clear you are about who you are, why
Yeah.
exactly you need an MBA, and what will you do with this MBA, the better you will perform in the interview. Because at least for ISB, I'm talking about. ISB is going to deep dive the hell out of your profile. Okay.
Yes, got it.
You
Thank
have
you.
no clue to till what extent they can deep dive. Uh, of course, it depends a lot on the panel that you get.
Hmm.
Uh,
Right.
so when I am in a panel, I really, I really try the maximum I can.
So this question ideology stay same for IIMs as well, right?
I had asked this question to Himanshu, who is currently at IIM Ahmedabad. He was my student last year.
Mm-hmm.
Himanshu mentioned that they have not changed it since 3 years, and they apparently they change it every 3 years. So they might
Okay.
change it this time. But again, I've seen IIM
Yeah.
Ahmedabad asking the same question in some different words.
Fair enough. Yeah,
They
yeah.
ultimately need the same information, exactly the same information. Question wordings are a bit here and there.
Got it.
And IIM Ahmedabad, you have no option than preparing beforehand because they give you 3 days to write. You cannot write the essay in 3 days.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit different.
Yeah.
First, they will shortlist you on the basis of a form that you will fill. On that
Mm-hmm.
form, there are no essays.
Got it.
There are
Okay.
only this thing, your job details. And once they decide that they want to interview you, then you have to write the essay. But they only give you not even 3 days, less than 3 days to write the essays. And the essays
Mm-hmm.
are 500 words each, 3 essays, so 1500 words. So you have to prepare beforehand. No one ideally should write those essays in 3 days.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
And they also ask for your resume also. So you have to prepare
And then
your
you have to make that
resume.
crazy one-page resume.
Oh, wow. The ideal MBA resume.
Yeah, ideal 1 year, one pager. But don't worry, we have the format. Yeah,
ठीक है.
उसको बस edit करके. One of my students prepared really hard for that resume, and then I used that template to help other people. He didn't get through IIM Ahmedabad, but I am so glad he got through ISP. He will be
Nice.
fine. But
Munindra, I just have one small question. During your entire journey, colleges like ISB and IIM Ahmedabad are dream for a lot of people.
Mhm.
Uh, what kept you, gave you that hope that, okay, I am one of those people who will get in? Because like during this entire journey, when you see sometimes these profiles and people getting these high scores, it tends to be a little demotivating at times. कि, oh shit, and ये लोग तो extraordinary है.
Okay. The only thing you can do is work hard towards what exactly you are doing. You have to understand your own self. Then only you will be able to improve yourself. You don't think about what exactly other people are doing and what exactly your result is going to be. When I gave this ISB and IM interviews, I knew that at the end of the day, I should be able to tell myself that yes, I have done enough. This is the max that I would have given to a particular application, no matter what the result was. I'm not going to complain, and I'm not going to say anything to myself. What exactly I can do? I just can give my best to a particular process.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have mentors such as Anshul and Tanmay, then you know exactly where exactly you should put yourself and what exactly you have to do. So this is what you can do, and just don't think about the results and don't think about what exactly other people are doing. Just do what exactly you have to do and just concentrate on that and don't think about anything else. That's what I
one thing I kept telling everyone in the group, I kept screaming that ISP is not a school for overachievers. Do not look what other
Yeah.
people are doing. It is a school for average people like you and me. Okay. Overachievers go to Wharton and Stanford. ISB is very much doable. Very much doable. I mean, I repeat, I have not worked with a single overachievers. Never. I work with very normal run-of-the-mill people. None of them have any resume spikes. And you will find so many people who are actually good, making so many mistakes throughout the preparation that most of the competition is already eliminated. Most of the mistakes people commit after they submit the application. They do not prepare well. They just do not prepare well for the interview. And I do not know why. We are a country जहाँ पे 8th और 10th के लिए ट्यूशंस लेते थे हम लोग. and they go to interview unprepared. I do not understand why. So trust me, if you work really, really hard, most of the competition is already eliminated, because I have seen till last year, last to last year, so I was like involved with a smaller group of people. But now when I see the larger groups, I have seen how many mistakes people make. There's, uh, I will not take the name because this guy is still a part of the group. He is from Bits Pilani, works for Swiggy. I mean, throughout creme de la creme, it with respect to his college and very fancy company he's working for. He completely, and he worked with me for application, just like Munindra. He completely vanished after submitting the application, completely vanished. I had no clue where he is. And he gets an interview invite on a Sunday, and he's messaging me on a Wednesday that my interview is on Saturday. Help me. What would I do with some such a person? Batao. He himself he eliminated himself on his own. Like, I didn't need to do anything to. I mean, ISB did not need to do anything to reject him. He rejected himself. Why would you do that? Why would you vanish after submitting your application? Tell me. So this is one example. You will find so many people committing same kind of mistakes. So do not worry about smart people. He was very smart. He's a very smart person on papers. He's in a very, I forgot his profile, but he was in a very reputed profile in Swiggy, which you do not get easily. Swiggy is anyway a very difficult company to get. I have seen what kind of interviews they take.
Got
So
it.
professional smartness doesn't matter anymore. यहाँ पे at this stage, your efforts will matter.
Fair enough. Thank you.
One more thing I used to do, Munindra will remember, if I used to do to motivate people. I used to share the LinkedIn of past admits, and I used to tell them, see their LinkedIn. Do you see anyone doing something great, something extraordinary? All are normal people. So if they can go, you can go as well.
I think that if you work hard towards your application and do exactly for the interview, for application, for essays, and all those stuff, and you're golden. It doesn't really matter what exactly you have done throughout your life that much,
Yeah.
but you have only one thing in your hand: just practice, work hard towards it. You will get it. Don't worry about
Once you realize that there is a deficiency, this is where I need to work on, then you need to go all in. And
it.
ultimately, I just mentioned Himanshu, right? I'll just quickly take 2 minutes to tell his story. He was rejected from ISB and IMA long ago. I don't know when. When he worked with me last year, he really, really pushed himself hard. He was in Jodhpur, and he came to Delhi just to do face-to-face mocks with me, even after getting rejected by ISB. And then from Delhi, he had never been to Delhi. He had no clue about metro. He took a Rapido to and sat on the bike for 18 kilometers to come from Delhi to Gurgaon back to back for 3 days. Not for 3 days on first day, because second day I told him, please come by metro. I told him how to take metro and come. That you cannot come, cannot travel for 18 kilometers on a bike. And he kept practicing because communication was his issue. He was again a very smart guy from IIT Bombay, and working for Tesco, but communication was clearly his issue. When we started, he was sitting this stiff, and when I asked him to do hand movements, he was doing hand movements like a robot, which was very unnatural. And he kept work. IIM Ahmedabad also kind of waitlisted him, but eventually that waitlist was cleared. So find exactly what you're lacking, and then just go all in and start early. Because to do all this, you need time. You cannot do it you cannot improve anything, any skill in the last moment. Okay, guys, great. I will end the call because 11:30 we are sitting with Daksha. Unlike Munindra, Daksha had most like the very comfortable journey. Absolutely comfortable. Nothing went wrong. I mean, I didn't find any challenge in training her. Everything went fine. Her interview was totally 100% on the expected lines, but still it's good to listen to those kind of stories as well. So 11:30 will sit with Daksha, and she had a 50, so maybe GMAT people who have yet to take GMAT should also ask her about GMAT preparation. And yeah, we'll see you at 7:30. Thanks a lot, Munindra, for your time.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you.